Well, you act like I don't pass or something, man. That just hurt my feelings.
I'm just saying. I mean, you just got your first
Look at
finish
these dribble
game,
moves, man. I don't even want. I want to cut my game off.
No good.
Oh, good rebound.
Wow,
God, man. Shoot.
Hey, did he just pull that from like another area code?
Hey, SAINTofSINS. I'm going to nickname your guy the Sheriff. From now on, that's what you'll be known as.
My fault, I'm in your way.
The Sheriff.
Drill the J.
Yo guys, this is Jared, aka the Saint of Sins on Xbox Live, bringing you some NBA 2K13 Blacktop gameplay featuring Mims and Coop. A little backstory on how this gameplay came about. Coop was up really early, or had been up all night like myself, sometime last week, and tweeted out to his followers that he was looking to run some Blacktop. A bit of hesitation on my part to send him a message for an invite, but I got in pretty quickly and had a blast just kind of chilling back and listening to these guys interact. And that's kind of how I roll. I'm generally just a wallflower. Unless of course you catch me in a really wound up mood, in which all I tend to do is complain about everyone and everything. Yeah, I know it's not an attractive feature. No one likes a whiner or a complainer, but being a responsive person, I tend to hold a lot of this stuff in until I see, hear, or read something that I feel is deserving of my opinion. And that's what kind of differentiates me from most people. I don't just blurt out my opinion at every opportunity because sometimes it isn't warranted. But let me not drown this video in total negativity. Let's try and remain somewhat uplifting. This sounds like a daunting challenge I may not be up to the task of. Let's try and stick to this gameplay for a bit. As you see, I try my best to keep my default on-ball rating power forward in front of Coop, who tries to drive straight to the basket. One of the things I've learned over my years of play on NBA 2K is you have to cheat your defense some by not holding down on the left trigger, but by guiding yourself and tapping it every so often to keep your guy in position and in front of the ball handler. This is even more crucial when you're playing with like an on-ball defensive rating in the 40s. There will be gliding. And oh my god, there will be posters. That's kind of the thing that I'm still bitter about with Blacktop. You can't stop a dunk once the animation is initiated. Not that I would have been able to block Sife's dunk back there, as my vertical at that point was still very flimsy, but still, put a body on him. Make him actually earn the damn thing. Give him something to remember for the next time he wants to drive. That is not going to be easy, and he might have to prepare a retirement speech sooner than he wanted.
J Mills is infamous, man. Damn, Mims. Damn. I ain't seen nothing.
I ain't seen nothing. Yo, somebody get the license plate number.
Yo,
Mims
give it to Mims. Give it to Mims. Give it to Mims. That dude dunked on you.
I'm out this way. Yeah, I'm out your way, dog. It's all you. You know, nigga.
Sorry, give me another chance.
Yo, you gotta give it back.
I need to redeem myself. I need to redeem myself. I need to redeem myself.
It's all you, Pepper.
J Mills, where's the respect?
J Mills, what are you doing? J Mills, that's just breaking all types of morals.
No respect.
Yeah, I hope he hit you.
No respect.
That's what you get, J Mills. That's
alright. It's cool. It's cool.
What you mean it's cool?
Yeah, I just had to bring up that audio after jamming down on poor Mims, who I don't think ever got his revenge on me. As a matter of fact, this was the only game I got to play with him as he bounced after this game. Dude owes me a whooping for that slam I put down on him. And that's probably the only reason I decided of the 3 games I played with Coop and his friends to go with this footage. My one and only true highlight with a very poorly rated power forward. He's gotten better. A week can change a lot of things. And damn! Another big dunk from Donnie Vasquez, or Sheriff as Coop has dubbed him. Not gonna lie, I like that nickname for him. I ran with Goose just because it reminded me of Goose Gossage, and his sweet handlebar mustache was something I incorporated here with Donnie, if only because his poor mustache just didn't stand out as being bold enough. I haven't checked, like, at all, but if that nickname is in the game, I may have to change that ASAP. Haven't done it yet because I never bothered to look, But hey, maybe now I'll have reminded myself to do so. The reason for all of the dunks is something related back to the night I ran shotgun with Sub the Gamer and his friend Zudini. I was sitting on a good chunk of VC and we took a break real quick to bump up our ratings. I took the opportunity to bump my ugly looking shot in traffic up some, but saw my standing dunk and went ham, bumping it up to 99 immediately for a good chunk of change. I think that may have come out to a total of 3,000 VC, give or take, and raised it almost 50 some odd points. Totally worth the investment. But of course, that's mostly for the Blacktop, because my focus is to be like Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon in the post. I want to hit those hooks and fades, and sprinkle in an up and under here and there. But yeah, this was overall a fun experience, just chilling back and listening to the guys joke around one another and talk about topics of interest. And that's the cool thing about building up a community of guys around your channel. You get to create new friendships and meet new people that are worth taking the time out to actually interact with. Despite my antisocial nature, that's what I hope to accomplish on this channel, much like I did on my old channel. Only difference here is, I'm not being as big a dickhead, and actually finding a flock to fall into. Let me explain. My last video with my friends, the Skype talkers, there's a running gag between us and the YouTube wrestling fan community that we're this elite exclusive group of wrestling smart snobs, when in reality we're just this laid back chill group that tries to be inclusive. The only problem is some people kind of approach it in the wrong manner and end up not being part of our chats. The whole Skype talker name came about as an insult against us, but we thought it too silly to stand as such, adopted it as our own, and have kind of run it as a serious thing despite laughing about it the whole way through. This was almost 6 years ago, and we're still pretty close despite not having our regular night chats about all things, including wrestling. We've kind of died down some, what with real life stepping in the way. And I think that's the crux of most online collaborations between people. Sometimes life has a way of preventing people from hanging out or working together on something as small in their life as a YouTube video. Yeah, I know I'm shifting the topic onto something else, while Bree to the Easy breaks down Coop with his dribble moves. But let me explain. I get pretty disgusted when I see people try and dictate to a YouTube personality how they should run their channel or what projects they should try and focus on. Namely when they ask for collaborative works with people that tend not to collaborate with others. Me, I'm not afraid to call people out, name drop, or put people on the spot, but for the sake of keeping this video somewhat friendly, I'll just say this. Not everyone is open to or willing to work with everyone they're considered to be part of the same community. In other words, people will work with who they want to work with, not who fans and subscribers think they should be working with. Thus far, I've been fortunate enough to be dealing with some guys and working with others. I don't want to believe this entitles me to continue to work with these guys in the future, or that we may end up doing projects together. And I can respect that because they have their own plans and ways of wanting to roll, and I have my own. Besides, I don't think most people would want to muddle up their fanbase by dealing with someone as vulgar and as offensive as I am. But in the end, people roll with like-minded people, and they eventually work together. There's no need to try and force it or beg incessantly for it. If it's meant to be, then things will work out to allow it. If not, then no amount of complaints or cries for it are going to move and shake these people into caving into your petty demands. Basically, don't ask people to try and work a dual con with people they have never interacted with. Not dropping names, but most of you should key in on who I'm talking about here. Also, don't think you can play with commentators by calling them out. Telling them that they suck or that you're better has never worked as a means to get a game in. If a commentator sees you coming at them sideways like this, odds are they'll ignore you. This gameplay is a perfect example. I didn't call out Coop or Mims. I never tried to approach them for a game. Coop simply tweeted out he was looking to play some games. I got lucky that he hit me back with an invite, and I got my games in. Usually, just being patient and being overall a nice guy pays off in getting you close to playing a game with your favorite commentator. Just think of it like this. They don't owe you a game, and they can't possibly try and play with every one of their subscribers. They are human, and sometimes this means they're not going to be available for you, or are going to miss your messages to get in a friendly game because they're getting thousands of requests. Remain patient and keep supporting them. Leave comments, follow them on their preferred social media outlets like Twitter or Facebook. Eventually, they catch on and start making notes of the usernames. And this could lead to you getting in that game you may be after. Just be a supporter and show them you're a fan. Be a community around them and they'll typically show love back.
I'll be one of them sexy flexy ass niggas. Ooh, what the? Give me that, man.
Oh,
Hey, J Mill still shot it.
like that.
J Mill still shot it. I'm done.
I swear, I didn't see a thing. Nothing went down. That man was the target of something heinous that I had no part in. You see Mims making me look good by flopping like his last name was Divock? I didn't bully that man to the ground. That boy flopped. I promise you. 2K ain't about showing respect to the strength and weight of my power forward. And I've got tons of evidence of them being so disrespectful. But seriously, Mims gonna owe me a whooping for this one. If he ever sees it. So yeah, that wraps up my little rant about community. It was far more tame than I initially intended, but seeing as I wanted to use this footage and Coop and Mims don't seem to be those kind of guys looking to be in the middle of some needless drama, I figured I'd keep this tame so as not to leave whatever percentage of my viewers think that my views and opinions are something they agree with. Shit, I doubt this would be something they ever see, given I'm just a small channel that doesn't really appeal to their kind of audience. Like I said, I'm a bit of a dickhead. No promises that I'll work on that though.
Damn.
He ain't about that.
Woo!
Never mind. Anyway, this one time at band camp.
Did I mention that I think 2K has some things they need to jump on and fix to make this Blacktop experience so much better? You've got guys dropping threes on leaners and faders without much issue, then you've got guys dropping them from the parking lot. But you know what would ultimately make this game mode something fierce? If you had the option on a really tough game to go to your car and fetch your piece. Break yourselves, fools!
Ooh. Now you want to start taking it in when they're 2 points away from winning.
My bad, dog. YOLO.
You know, where the fuck are my manners? This entire time I've let you guys know that Coop and Mims were in this game, but I haven't even talked about my teammates, Breed to the Easy and J Mills. If you were paying attention to the gameplay the entire way through, you might have picked up on the fact that Mills and I didn't really connect a lot. He would mostly, if not entirely, dish off to Bree, who would dump it off to me at times if he didn't have a shot or felt he couldn't create one. I'm used to this actually. Like I said in my previous Blacktop videos, I understand what my role is. I don't have to be a primary scoring option to feel like I'm being effective. I'm looking for those scrappy figures like rebound total. For me, I feel like I'm having a great game if I'm pulling down boards. If I'm not, then I'm just not doing my job right. And in this game, I felt like I was off some. I think this was the game that forced me to drop some points in my defensive and offensive rebounding as well as max out my vertical. That or I maxed my D and O rebounding before I maxed my vertical. I can't remember too well. Either way, I needed help in collecting those 50-50 balls better. One of the other things that I need to figure out, why my maxed out 95 post hook doesn't seem to drop on the Blacktop. Man, I swear, no respect for the bigs out here. But hey, I get the W with J Mills and Bree to the easy despite not having as sharp of a game as I would have liked. I felt like I gave up too many second chance points with those rebounds I just didn't play right. No point dwelling on what I could have done better when I got the result I was after. That'll do it for this gameplay though. I will see you guys later. Peace.